Hey everyone, have you got your palette knife and your brush ready to go? Well, let's get to painting. I want to start out by using just these three colors, the black, the brown, and the blue. And I just want to mix a nice mountain color, just a very small amount. And these are great colors to start out with a mountain base. So to start, I want you to just pick a spot, pick anywhere, as long as it's not dead center. So just make a spot and just start drawing out your mountain with the filbert brush. And I just want to make basically just a nice pleasing shape. It can be any kind of a shape you want and as many peaks as you want. And try not to make teepees, you know, these little tent type mountains that look like little arrows up in the sky. Just make your mountain really nice and pleasant. And once you've got the shape, well, let's just go ahead and start filling it in. Now this color turned out really great. This would be a great color for like a distant mountain. And the darker it is, the more closer it will be. So anyway, this one, I like the color the way this one turned out. So just fill that in. Okay, once you have it all sketched in, I want you to take your 1-inch brush and just pull it down, just at the base. And you see how it's misting the bottom? That's exactly what you want, a nice misty bottom. And on the right side I'm pulling to the right, and on the left side I'm pulling to the left. And just blend that out at the base, just so it just kind of fades into nothing. It's looking really good. So once you're done with that, I want you to pick up your knife, a large knife. And this is just a great knife for doing mountains. So I want you to go into a little bit of brown and a little bit of white. And I just want you to mix those and create a marble. I didn't overmix it, I just pulled it a couple of times and that was it. So then I come down and take my knife and get a little roll of paint, and you put your point of the knife at the point of the mountain. And just ever so lightly, just bring that knife down. Very light touch. And just let's do that again. I'm reloading my knife. Let's go up to the top peak here and pull. Oops, not quite enough paint. Let's get a little bit more. Okay, and let's just pull that again. That's good, that worked out. So reloading again. And don't overload your knife, just a nice medium amount. And see how I'm holding my knife? Just my fingertips, that's all. I don't want a death grip on the knife. So now this little J thingy, this little J hook, pull that down, and then just with the little edge of the knife, let's just do this little peak here on the right side. Good. That's great. Now I want you to go into some white and just a touch of blue, just the tiniest bit of blue. We just want to tint the white so it's not pure white. And if you're enjoying this video, why don't you go ahead and hit that share and subscribe button. Share it with your friends. So now we get a little roll of this white paint, and let's go back up to this first peak. The touch is going to be ever so light. I mean, just barely anything. I can't stress that enough, that the lighter the touch, the better the breaking is going to be. That's something that was so hard for me to learn. And it'll take you some time to learn it, but just don't give up. Just keep trying. Just keep trying it over and over and over. So I didn't get quite enough. Let's go back up to the top here and bring that down. Isn't that looking pretty? I really like it. And let's do this little J hook here. Just bring that paint down. And then again, with the little short edge of the knife, just do this last little peak here. Just a little bit of white on there. Perfect. Okay, now let's go into some blue, little bit of black, very little bit of black, and some white. This is going to be like your shadow color. Just bring it down flat, keep it kind of marbled if you can, by not going over it too much. And grab your little roll of paint, and let's go ahead and go to the far right side and see how my heel is touching the top of the mountain and the point is down. Well, on the opposite side it was just the opposite. My point was up high and the heel was down low. But on the right side here, I want my heel to the top, and just very lightly bring this down. So now see, I got way too much blue on there. That looks gross. So let's go ahead and fix that just by adding a little white on top. There, that's much, much better. Oh. Okay, again, a little roll of paint. And let's go right up here. Just bring it down, bring your knife down, touching very lightly. Let's do that again. That's looking great. And let's get some more. And let's do the front of this here. And just bring it down. And then take the small edge of the knife and just hit the little tiny areas. That big knife will not fit in there, so don't even try. Just use that little blade. And if you want, you can just even add a little bit of blue here and there on your larger mountains on the white side, because that just kind of looks like little shadow areas, and that looks really great. So once you've completed that, take your 1-inch brush and just start lightly tapping. And notice I'm only tapping at the bottom. I'm not getting up high into the mountain at all. And do the other side. And if you're not a subscriber and you're enjoying this content here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I post a new video the first day of every month, and a little bonus video thrown in here and there once in a while. So, okay, once you've done that, go ahead and just lightly brush upward. Try not to get into the white part. Just this is on the lower edge only. And you just want it misty and fuzzy looking, and that's just exactly what we want. It's perfect. So another thing I wanted to show you is that sometimes you just hate something that you have done. So this is a putty knife. You can get this at any hardware store. Now watch this closely. Put your blade, your knife, your putty knife right down here, and just come up and down. And voila, your mountain is gone. Well, it's not totally gone, but mostly gone. So then just take your brush and brush that out, and by golly, that is just a perfect mountain for doing all over again. This is how I learned. You know, you just got to practice and do this mountain over and over and over. And the more times you do it, the better it's going to get. I'm leaving you with a few video suggestions that you might enjoy, and thank you for watching today. See you next time. Bye.